This was a disgusting attack, a very cowardly attack. Sikhs of America and myself personally, I strongly denounce this and I condemn it. And I think this was not an attack on just Hindu tourists, it was an attack on mankind. And India should strongly respond to this. It's been a few days since the attack, and I think there needs to be a bigger response from India to deter these terrorists who come and kill innocent people. I think it should be a strategic response once we have all the proof that who's behind the perpetrators. It should not be just a symbolic response. It should be a response that you take these the manufacturers of this terrorism, their handlers, the people who are behind this, they should be taken out. See, Pakistan has their own issues. Pakistan has internal issues. They have issues going on in Balochistan. They have their own political turmoil. The PTI, Imran Khan's party, was very much protesting every day in Pakistan. Even Pakistanis were protesting against Pakistan throughout the world. It was a shameful thing that whenever Pakistan's current ministers used to come out of Pakistan, Pakistanis used to protest against them. And I think the General Munir was not being accepted by Pakistanis, and army as a whole had lost their face value in Pakistan. I think this incident and has kind of taken the people's attention away from all those things. And I think in Pakistan, everybody is now worried about what is India going to do, and a war-like scenario is being created. So I think it played well for the Pakistan administration and the deep state. The US and the rest of the world has been very different from what response used to be in the past. J.D. Vance, the Vice President of US, being in India was a very positive thing, I think, that happened. And J.D. Vance's first response and President Trump's response has been very positive and supportive. Even the whole world has been very supportive. And but as every day passes, every hour passes, sympathy, starts weaning away, and the same incident looks different after a couple of weeks. So I think time is of essence here. If India has to take some action, they have to take it quickly before how the world looks at this, the feelings change. So that's the main thing here. See, if India has proof, and if India can put the evidence out there that here are the people who did it, and here is the proof, and then when they take action, I think the world would stand with India. Common feelings in Sikh communities of disgust, and everybody's condemning it because in Kashmir there are about 60 to 70,000 Sikhs who live in Kashmir, which is a very big number, more than Hindus. If there's any other significant minority in Kashmir, is Sikhs. And all the Sikh community has condemned it. But like they say, out of every evil act, or there's something positive that comes out that that reminds us that God is there. And the positivity we are seeing right now is that all communities have gotten together. Even Kashmiris are standing with India. There was a Kashmiri gentleman who gave his life in trying to save a Hindu tourist, and he tried to grab the gun and he was shot 3 times, only Muslim who was killed. And we see anti-Pakistan, anti-terrorist protests all over India from the Muslim community. I saw some protests against terrorism, against Pakistan by Muslim community in Bhopal, in Lucknow, all over India. People have come out. I think people have united. And this is a good thing to see that today the Muslims, the Kashmiris, the Hindus, Sikhs, Christians, everybody is standing united in this time of need against this cruel terrorism and the barbaric games that these terrorists play. No, 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 no. To the contrary, I saw a very, very secular India. What we see here on social media or on the mainstream media about, how things are there. And I even minded I was in India when the Waqf board decision was going on, and a lot of Muslim community people were protesting. But when their love came for India, they were undetermined. They might have issues there. And I spoke with so many people from the Muslim community, and they all showed their love and unity for India. And yes, they did say that they have issues, they have problems like any other community, like Sikhs, like Hindus, like Christians. And under the Constitution of India, they're fighting their issues, and sometimes Supreme Court stands with them, sometimes it goes against them. So it's a democracy, and it might have its fault like every other democracy, but I see masjids and mandirs in India next to each other. We talk about just one mandir, Ram Mandir and Babri Masjid, and we try to create differences. But I was traveling through Punjab and I saw so many masjids and so many mandirs and so many gurdwaras and churches all in the vicinity of each other. And in the morning when I was in Kerala, and in the early morning when you hear these religious chants going on, it's hard to tell if it's coming from a mandir or a masjid or a part coming from a gurdwara. So that's the beauty of India, and I think India is very much secular. Politics and politicians do try to divide us, but I think the fabric of India and the people of India have lived together for thousands of years, and nothing can divide them. See, there has to be a decisive action that needs to be taken. Either we just give the whole Kashmir and say, forget it, let's call peace, it's yours. Or we just go and take what's ours and close this once for all. And I think India has the capacity, and India has the will now. The people of India are ready. I've heard sentiment where people are saying they're ready to make sacrifices. So I think this is the right time for India to go and take some action and close this fight once for all. And then India and Pakistan can be good neighbors. Like, Europe, we travel all through Europe. Europe used to fight. They had, crusaders and fights happening in Europe hundreds of years ago, but they have resolved the differences. Today, we drive through one country to another. We don't even feel different countries. Even Arab world, Saudi Arabia and Doha, Qatar were fighting. UAE and Saudi Arabia were fighting. Today, you can drive from Dubai to Doha to Saudi Arabia to Bahrain, all over the place. The whole Middle East is connected. So yes, we have issues right now, and I think once for all, take some hard medicine, some bitter pill right now, and then after that, things will get better. Of course, I mean, the people are always nice. People to people are always nice. But the politicians, establishments, the agencies are there that have their own vested interest, and they don't want, because if these problems go away, then they become, valueless. Nobody cares about them. So it's them, and people of Pakistan and people of India will rise. And I've heard several times from a lot of my Pakistani friends who say that only, Indian Army can come and break away Pakistan from all this agencies and different deep state that's running Pakistan. So, that's what I think Pakistanis also want. And their response was very hilarious and very touchy at points when I've seen some memes from Pakistanis, and some, they were looking at war like, it's like a movie coming or something. So that is not reality. A war is a war. And but sometimes it's necessary, and some action has to be taken. A bitter pill, like I said, it will be, it's going to be bitter, but the long-term results can be, for instance, I would like to say that during the Shimla agreement, we had 20,000 square kilometer land of Pakistan. There's a place called Amarkot, which is now named as Omarkot. That was under India's, India control. We gave it all back to Pakistan in the Shimla Agreement. Why did we do that? We should have negotiated Kashmir then. We had 93,000 soldiers from Pakistan in our control. They were in our jails. We should have negotiated better. We could have taken Kartarpur, which is hardly a 5 kilometer. We gave them 20,000 square kilometer of land. We couldn't take a 5 kilometer Kartarpur back then. So I think this has not happened just in Bangladesh war. This has happened in every war. Before that, Lal Bahadur Shastri gave away everything when we had, huge control over Pakistan. We had so many opportunities to solve or take back our Kashmir through strength, but we just, out of good heart, gave it all back. I think time has now come because now the fight is of terrorism and these bad elements and this cruelty that's going on, and to stop this, I think India has to show some strong will and maybe take away the Kashmir, and that would maybe end this. Absolutely, I think time is there, and if we can do it, we should do it. And if we don't, then let's not talk about it. Then let's say, okay, let's forget Kashmir. What is yours is yours. What is ours, or even give ours also to them if we can't take it back. So, but if we have the will now, and if we have the strength, which I believe we have now, India needs to take action. Prime Minister Modi, I will tell you that now is the time to act, and you have to be a leader that you have always been, and show the world what has been done to these tourists, what cruel terrorists have done to us, and take decisive action, and the whole nation is behind you. And I think the whole world will be behind you. And yes, there will be consequences. Yes, there will be tragedies, but strong leaders and strong nations have to take action.